front line of global warming.
Because while the rest of the world has warmed by about 1 degree Fahrenheit, Alaska has warmed by 5 degrees Fahrenheit in the last 50 years. One reason for that is that Alaska and other parts of the Arctic are covered with a lot of snow and ice. That reflects away a lot of the sun's heat. Now, as that snow and ice begin to melt, they reveal darker land and water surfaces underneath, and that absorbs more of the sun's heat. That causes more melting, which causes more warming in a self-reinforcing cycle by which global warming feeds on itself.
In Alaska, there are about 2,000 large glaciers. More than 99% are currently melting, retreating, and shrinking. The last time we had a complete melting of glaciers on the Juneau ice field was probably 5,000 or more years ago. So this warming trend we're seeing is extremely significant. We're standing on the shoreline of Mendenhall Lake. Behind me is Mendenhall Glacier. 70 years ago, I would have had 150 to 200 feet of ice above my head, because where I am right now would have been under the glacier. And the retreat that you're seeing took place in the lifetime of my parents. There's nothing as simple as two photographs taken from the same location where you can see physical changes to the surface of the Earth. We eliminate the political debate of, is climate changing? How is climate changing? We can show you unequivocal visual documentation that the Earth's surface is changing. What we're seeing is meltwater. Cold meltwater. It's just been converted from solid ice to liquid water. And each year, the amount of melting is increasing. The water from the melting of this glacier ice ends up in the global ocean, and sea level rises. If all the glaciers in Alaska were to completely melt, sea level would go up less than 1 foot. But if you melt Greenland, sea level will go up more than 20 feet. And if you were to melt all of Antarctica, the total result would be sea level rise of more than 240 feet. You'd see total inundation of coastlines around the world.